All right, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm in a two-car garage and my space is not huge, and I need to make use of all that space that I have. So this is my main work area. For years, this is where I've worked. I accumulate stuff over here, and I've got my vacuum sitting here, and I realized how wasted this space was, and it drove me nuts. So I came up with a really easy solution. You can make it on your own. I want to show you a couple of things that I did to make it easier. One of them is attach this piece. I'm going to show you how to do it, but I have this workbench. Okay, it is just a piece of scrap wood that attaches and lines up right here nice and easily, and I can click it into place and it'll stay where I need it as I need it. And this gives me a temporary workbench to increase my workspace, and it's very strong and sturdy. So let me show you how I made the main piece of it and put everything together. The video is in portrait mode. I'm sorry, it wasn't planned to do this, but I want to show you how to do it. All right, the first thing I had to do here is I had to figure out how deep my apron was right here. So this is about 3.5 inches. And I wanted a piece of plywood that would fit all the way under so that this was flat and I didn't have to deal with stuff, but I could pull it out to get a lot more space. So this piece that I used is 3.25. The apron is 3.5. And I went at a distance of 21.25 so that when I bring it out at an angle, I have enough support for most of the table, which is about 24 inches wide. All right, for the easy parts of this, I drew two lines that were about 5/8 of an inch in from each side. And then the holes on the two different lines are about 1.25 inches apart. After I used the drill press to drill the lines, I think I used 3/8 of an inch. I then just connected the holes and cut them out with my jigsaw. So now I've got this slotted piece. And really the key idea with this is that will increase the amount of support I have while decreasing the amount of space I have to have underneath. Now, after everything was marked, I used a Forstner bit because I'm using carriage bolts and I want the heads to sit flush or below the surface of the table, so I don't have to deal with that either. I did go back later and actually enlarge the size of the Forstner bit heads a little bit. Now, you can see how it's going to attach. It is, like I said, it's slanted, so it'll come out more. I'm just bolting it in place. Don't bolt it too tight so you can't move it. Something else I don't actually have on here is I put screws on the side, and that gives me a little finger hold to hold on to. Now, these are part of the toggle clamps, and I'm just attaching them. Notice for the one side I had it back. This side I had it forward, so it's out of my way. All right, so now I'm going to attach the legs to the tabletop. There are a couple important things. I didn't show making the legs because you can probably make your own, but they are the same height as the workbench legs I have now, minus 1/4 inch because I did put rubber feet on the bottom. I straightened it up, made sure everything was level. And these are just folding table legs. I bought these off Amazon. One of the reasons I bought it was because it had multiple attachment points. You can see how many screws I'm putting in there. So I really felt that that was going to help keep this secure, which is obviously something you worry about when you don't have a whole lot of support. So I'm using pocket holes because they're nice and easy, and they lock on the sides. I don't know how I feel about that. It might be easier to get something that locks in the front. That's the only downfall I have with this is sometimes locking it or unlocking it can be difficult. But anyway, you get the point. Here it is all attached. Now I am going to unlock the sides, and you see I'm going to sort of push it down a little bit on my chest. That helps. All right, so now another piece that I think is important, I added a handle to the side. This is literally something I had scrap laying around just to be able to carry it and move it around. All right, so now that all that's done, let's put the toggles into place. That's pretty easy as well. You just need to screw them in underneath. The first part, of course, pulling out the support, put it in place, climb underneath, and just check where it is. The important part is making sure that you have clearance on both sides when it opens and closes. I don't really think I need to narrate this piece, but since I'm already here, I might as well. I marked where the hole is going to go to make sure that it was tight already. One of the problems with these toggle clamps that I had was actually getting it tight and then going to put the second screw in. There wasn't a lot of space, so you had to do some maneuvering. What's really nice about these toggle clamps is they're easily adjustable. These are not really heavy-duty pieces either. I think they cost me $6 each, if that, or for the pair, so it's not bad. This is lined up to the bottom of the table, so there's about 1/4 inch gap on the top, but I'm not really concerned about that because what's 1/4 inch? It's something I can easily fix and set up. All right, so I'm making this part go fast because nobody has time to watch me doing this from a distance. You know how to screw things in. So once it's all done, that's what it looks like. And I put some marks on the workbench so that I knew where the bolts were and where I should line up my table so I could easily toggle the clamps. So I made this piece so I could have an extra workbench, but I keep finding new uses for it. That piece that I put on first, that's my bench topper. That's a micro jig groove. And earlier this summer, or later this summer, I made that track saw hinge that attaches to it. And I wanted to do this before, but I couldn't on my own old workspace. Having this extension allows me to have that space. I can cut up to 8-foot boards. So I keep finding new and newer uses for this, including content creation, because now I have a place to stand. And I think that this is a really great way to build extra space in your shop. Go for the vertical space. And if you like that track saw hinge too, here's a link to go follow it. You can see my video for doing that. I have a whole bunch of videos. I try to make some once in a while.